Court of Appeal confirms the holistic inventive step analysis. In one of the previous episodes, we looked at the pericentral divisions ruling in Meril versus Edwards, where the court departed from the EPO's problem solution approach and adopted a holistic three-step analysis: problem first, realistic starting point second, and then the next step, obviousness, third. Now in two Court of Appeal decisions issued on 25 November 2025 in Meril versus Edwards and Amgen versus Sanofi, the UPC Court of Appeal has effectively endorsed that approach and provided the clearest statements yet of how inventive step will be handled across the UPC divisions. Importantly, the Court of Appeal does not begin with a specific starting point, but with the objective problem. And that problem is derived from the technical teaching of the patent itself, the specification, the drawings, the overall concept, rather than from specific differences over a specific document. Only after the problem is defined does the court ask which disclosures would serve as realistic starting points for a skilled person genuinely trying to solve that problem. That is the exact opposite of the EPO's problem solution approach logic, where the starting point comes first and the problem is constructed afterwards. So from there, the court evaluates obviousness using a next step test. Would the skilled person with no inventive skills and needing a clear pointer have taken that step towards the claimed solution? Not could they have done so, but would they have done so in practice? In Amgen versus Sanofi, the court adds even another layer, namely the reasonable expectation of success. A next step must not only be technically routine, the skilled person must have had a predictable or reasonably predictable chance of achieving a solution without being deferred by technical uncertainty, cost, or practical difficulty. The key message: the Court of Appeal requires to present a holistic analysis, define the problem first, choose realistic starting point second, and assess the actual obviousness third. What can be recommended? Read these decisions carefully and think twice before you present the problem solution approach as the only tool in your inventive step assessment at the UPC.